Okay. So we know every device must have an IP address. Without IP address, you can't communicate even. We can assign an IP address to our adapters or our system. Manually can assign IP address, automatically also can assign IP address. If you configure IP address statically, if you configure the IP address yourself, like a manual IP wise, you are configured. So that is called a static IP. These static IP addresses, manually configured IP addresses called a static IP. The static IP addresses do not change itself. Either you have to change the IP address or you have to connect it to the DHCP again. Right now, you configured for your system static, then it is permanent address. You cannot change automatically. Okay. Next is automatic. Automatic means dynamic IP address. The IP address is configured to our system automatically by DHCP server. In our home, our Wi-Fi routers act like a DHCP server. Okay. And also other type of DHCP servers like Windows server, Linux server, DHCP servers also. Okay. These IP addresses are assigned automatically is called a dynamic IP address. Okay. How to configure and how to check it. See this. 10 second promotional. So in Windows, you can go to control panel, network and internet, network and sharing center, change adapter setting, right click on adapter, status, details to know IP address configuration. Then click on the properties to change the configuration. To know the configuration, details. To change the configuration, properties. Okay. So click on IPv4 something like that and go to the properties. Then you can give IP address. Another one is, okay, you can use run or search, type ncpa.cpl. It directly opens network connection window. So right click or status, right click status or double click on the adapter, properties, IPv4 properties. You want to check the details, then details. After you go to the properties, so you want to get IP address from DHCP server. So then you have to select IP address, obtain IP address automatically. Okay. And you want to configure manually means you have to select use following IP address. Okay. So this is a network adapter window. There I went to the properties, IPv4 properties, use following IP address. Okay, and assign an IP address manually. Okay, we see both once again. Already we have seen ncpa.cpl, ncpa.cpl. Directly it opens. So no need of going to control panel and otherwise you can see you go to the control panel, network and internet, network sharing center, change adapter settings, and you will get an adapter. Okay. For example, I'm taking this adapter. Click on details to know what IP address is configured. Okay, now I want to configure manually. Click on properties. IPv4. Make sure check mark is there. Okay, IPv4 properties. And for manual, use following IP address. Then define some IP address here. For example, I'm giving 10.0.0. Some 10, 11 is okay. And subnet mask, I give it. If I have some default gateway, just for fun only, how to give, then I will give the default gateway address. If I have some DNS address, okay, then I will give DNS address also. Okay. Alternate to DNS. If you have more than one DNS servers, then you can give other DNS servers also. This 8.8.8 is default DNS servers. Means your local DNS server is unable to resolve it. It's such an entire trees. Instead of that, they will search from this 8.8.8. So then easy to resolve. And click OK, close. Close. See this IP address configured. Sorry, I configured IP address manually. See the IP address configured manually. So see the DHCP enabled now. And there is an IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS. And it is not showing who is your DHCP server because of not from DHCP, it's manually configured. And DHCP enabled now means it's manually configured IP address. Let's understand how to configure IP address manually and how to check IP address. How to check IP address. Let's understand manual configuration and how to check IP address manually configured or not. Now I'm speaking. Understand or not? You want me to repeat?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, to get an IP address from DHCP server, the option is obtained IP address automatically. So here already it is there. I'm not going to change anything, just I will show the option. This is my Wi-Fi adapter. If I change here, so what happen? If it will disconnected and we will get disconnected. Okay. Check the IP address. Yes, DHCP enabled yes. It means I got an IP address, subnet mask, default gateways, and DNS server addresses from DHCP server, including DHCP server address also. So you want to know who is your DHCP server? Check this DHCP server address. The DHCP enabled yes, and DHCP server address is also showing means it is configured DHCP wise. So what option I have given? So properties, IPv4 properties. So there you can see obtained IP address automatically, obtained DNS server automatically. So what my system is doing, it will try to find where is the DHCP server and try to get an IP address from DHCP server. Once it is got, then it is configured. Okay. So this is how to get an IP address from DHCP server options or to configure manually. Okay. So these are those. Okay, understand?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is, in your system, in your adapter, we have selected an option, obtained IP address automatically. Two options are there. For the first one is obtained IP address automatically. So your system, it will send it a request to find DHCP server. Okay. Try to find where is this DHCP server. Okay. And once it is found, it asks for an IP address. Then it will give IP address. So IP address will be configured automatically. This is the part of automatic configuration, right? In case you didn't receive an IP address from DHCP server, you didn't receive it. You are failed to get IP address from DHCP server. Maybe DHCP server having some issues, not working properly. Or maybe this DHCP server is disconnected right now. Right now, DHCP server is disconnected or DHCP server is not running. Okay. Or maybe your network, your adapters, MAC address in the deny list of DHCP server. So whatever it is the reason, first of all, you are not getting IP address from DHCP server. So what happens? So what happens? Our system, in our system will generate an IP address. It is self-generated, system-generated IP address. This IP address, system-generated IP address range is, so if you see 169.254, this is the range. One 169.254. Okay, in this range, based on your system MAC address, your adapter MAC address, so it is generate this IP address, assign that IP address to your adapter automatically. So that's why this IP address, we call it as a APIPA, automatic private IP address, automatic private IP address. So APIPA is assigned to your adapter. By whom? Your system only. Why? Because you're failed to get IP address from DHCP. Okay. Because of maybe DHCP server is disconnected, not working, no number of IP addresses available, IP addresses are not available. Here a new one, no IP addresses are available. All DHCP IP addresses are completed. Maybe you are in deny list. If it is checking your MAC address, if your MAC address is not allowed, means it won't give you IP address. It won't give you IP address to you. Okay. So if you are not getting IP address, system assign IP address from APIPA range. Automatic private IP. So we discussed some private IP addresses, 10 series, 170.16 to 170.31, 192.168.0 to 192.168.255. Okay, these are all private ranges, but this range is also same as a saying it is private range. Okay, so if your system is unable to get IP address from DHCP server, system has an IP address itself from APIPA range, automatic private IP address range. So in generally, it is maybe happens you are getting an IP address from DHCP. Okay. Another situation, sometimes it will come, like you change your network, actual network is changed. Example, when we are working in Pune, so we are having two internet connections. One is old one, U brand is also there, as well as Airtel is also there. Okay, two broadband connections. Okay, so whenever this U broadband network is down, so we'll take a cable and connect from Airtel modem to our switches, so then people will access. But both are different networks. So what? Sorry, yeah, both are different networks, so we are not getting the new IP address according to the new router. Okay, so and it will may throw you up a address or it is not changing your old address. In that one, two solutions. One is disable and enable your adapter. We can disable adapter, we can enable the adapter. Right click, disable the adapter. So now it is got disabled. You can enable the adapter. Or uninstall its drivers and install the new drivers. Restarting PCs may work. Simple method is disable the adapter, enable the adapter, the new connectivities you will get it. Okay. So it's manually configured one. I'm changing to automatic. Trying to get an IP, see 169.254, something that something. And if you see here it is DHCP enable yes, because I selected IPv4 obtained IP address automatically instead of manual one. Okay. So what happened? It is trying to get an IP address from DHCP server. So DHCP enable yes, but it got an IP address from APIPA range only. 169.254. Okay. Got the IP address. It is self-system generated IP address. You cannot see any other details like DHCP server address, DNS server address, default gateways because system generated IP address. So to resolve it, so try to disable enable. Okay, or you can use these commands for removing old IP address because you are having your own sticky IP address or unnecessary IP addresses stored in your system. You can use IP config release. It will remove all your IP address configuration first. Renew means, sorry, IP config space slash release means it remove all your old dynamically configured IP address. Automatically configured IP addresses only it will remove. Static IP address configured cannot remove. Okay. IP config renew means again you try to get a new IP address. from DHCP server. So you got APIPA, means automatic private IP address 169.254. It means you are unable to get IP address from your DHCP server. Check the DHCP server, make sure it is working. Okay. Once it is working, check your system IP address. Still not changes. You can use either disable enable the adapter, or you can IP config space / remove. It removes. Okay. Remove old automatic configure. New means it will get a new IP address. What I am getting. Okay. So this is about APIPA. This is IPv6 nodes, guys. How IPv6 will be rewritten done. Okay. Just in next part we will discuss about port numbers and OSA model. We'll discuss. Okay. Take a break, guys. So check once how it is. Come back at 4:15. Take 15 minutes break. Have tea or coffee. Little bit energy required for you.